Dr. Ramani Dervasula's It's Not You, Identifying and Healing from Narcissistic People is an in-depth exploration of the pervasive and often devastating impact narcissistic individuals can have on those around them. The book provides a thorough understanding of narcissistic behaviors, why they occur, how they affect relationships, and what steps can be taken to protect oneself and heal. Dr. Ramani's compassionate and insightful approach offers readers the tools to regain clarity, self-worth, and emotional independence while providing hope for recovery and a healthier future. The book begins by explaining what narcissism is and what it is not. Dr. Ramani demystifies the term, which is often overused or misunderstood in everyday discourse. Narcissism is not just arrogance, self-centeredness, or vanity. Instead, it is a deeply ingrained personality pattern characterized by entitlement, grandiosity, lack of empathy, a need for admiration, and manipulative behavior. Narcissism exists on a spectrum, ranging from traits that might show up occasionally in healthy individuals to full-blown narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, which profoundly impacts a person's ability to form healthy relationships. At its core, narcissism is driven by insecurity in a fragile sense of self, masked by an inflated and often aggressive exterior. Dr. Ramani explores the developmental roots of narcissism, explaining that it often originates in childhood. Experiences such as neglect, conditional love, excessive praise without accountability, or emotional invalidation can lead to the development of narcissistic traits. A child who learns that love and attention are contingent upon performance, appearance, or compliance may grow up unable to form a stable sense of self. Similarly, a child raised in an environment of excessive criticism or neglect might develop narcissism as a defense mechanism to protect their vulnerable inner self. This understanding helps readers see that narcissism, while harmful, is often a product of unmet needs and unresolved trauma. A major focus of the book is helping readers recognize the signs of narcissistic individuals and the toxic dynamics they create. Dr. Ramani identifies key behaviors such as gaslighting, which makes victims question their perceptions and memories, triangulation, where a narcissist pits people against one another to maintain control, blame shifting, where accountability is avoided at all costs, and emotional withdrawal, where affection and attention are withheld to punish or manipulate others. These tactics are part of a broader pattern designed to keep the narcissist at the center of attention and maintain their sense of superiority while undermining the confidence and autonomy of others. Narcissistic individuals often charm their way into people's lives through a phase known as love bombing, where they shower the other person with excessive attention, affection, and promises of a deep connection. This creates a sense of euphoria and dependency in the victim, making it difficult to recognize the manipulative patterns that emerge later. As the relationship progresses, narcissists often shift into a cycle of idealization, devaluation, and discard. Initially, the victim is placed on a pedestal and made to feel special. Over time, the narcissist begins to find fault, criticize, or undermine the victim, leading to confusion and self-doubt. In the discard phase, the narcissist may abruptly withdraw or end the relationship, often leaving the victim feeling shattered and searching for answers. This cycle of emotional highs and lows creates a trauma bond, a psychological connection that keeps the victim attached to the narcissist despite the pain they cause. Trauma bonds are particularly difficult to break because the victim becomes addicted to the fleeting moments of affection or approval, hoping to regain the initial closeness. Dr. Ramani delves into why people remain in narcissistic relationships, even when they recognize the harm. Narcissists are skilled at manipulating their victims, using guilt, fear, and hope to maintain control. Victims often internalize the narcissist's criticism and blame, believing they are at fault for the problems in the relationship. Cultural and societal factors also play a role, as many people are conditioned to tolerate toxic behavior for the sake of family harmony, romantic ideals, or professional advancement. The book encourages readers to challenge these narratives and recognize that staying in a harmful relationship is not a reflection of weakness but of the powerful psychological dynamics at play. One of the book's key contributions is its emphasis on boundaries as a means of self-protection. Dr. Ramani explains that setting boundaries with narcissists is not about changing their behavior, as narcissists are unlikely to change. Instead, boundaries are about reclaiming control over one's own life and protecting one's emotional well-being. Boundaries might include limiting contact, refusing to engage in arguments, or setting clear consequences for specific behaviors. However, enforcing boundaries with narcissists can be challenging, as they often react with anger, manipulation, or attempts to undermine the boundaries. Despite this, maintaining firm limits is crucial for regaining a sense of autonomy. For readers who cannot completely cut ties with a narcissist, such as in cases where the narcissist is a family member, co-parent, or colleague, Dr. Ramani provides strategies for managing interactions. This includes practicing emotional detachment, avoiding reactive behavior, and focusing on self-care. Recognizing that the narcissist's behavior is not personal but a reflection of their own issues can help reduce the emotional impact of their actions. The book also stresses the importance of seeking support, whether from friends, family, or a therapist, as navigating these relationships can be isolating and overwhelming. Healing from narcissistic relationships is a central theme of the book. Dr. Ramani emphasizes that recovery is a process that involves rebuilding self-esteem, addressing the emotional wounds left by the experience, and learning to trust oneself again. Victims often carry feelings of guilt, shame, or self-doubt, questioning why they stayed in the relationship or failed to recognize the signs earlier. Letting go of self-blame is a critical step in healing. Therapy can be particularly helpful in unpacking the trauma and developing healthier relationship patterns. Self-compassion is another cornerstone of recovery. Dr. Ramani encourages readers to treat themselves with the same kindness and understanding they would offer a friend. This includes acknowledging the pain and harm caused by the narcissistic relationship, validating one's feelings, and celebrating small steps toward healing. The book also highlights the importance of reconnecting with one's passions, interests, and social connections, which are often neglected in the shadow of a narcissistic relationship. Throughout the book, Dr. Ramani maintains a tone of empathy and empowerment. She acknowledges the pain and confusion caused by narcissistic relationships while offering hope and practical tools for moving forward. Her message is clear: while narcissistic individuals may never change, those affected by them have the power to heal, grow, and create healthier, more fulfilling lives. By understanding the dynamics of narcissism, setting boundaries, and prioritizing self-care, readers can break free from toxic cycles and reclaim their sense of self. The book ultimately serves as both a guide and a source of validation for anyone navigating the challenges of a narcissistic relationship, offering the clarity and strength needed to move toward a brighter future.